Am I? What level are we?
8.
Let me just go level up quick.
I did ping everyone a reminder.
I never look at Discord unless if I'm in session.
Yep, he's like the anti-Discord of Discordedom.
I don't like Discord.
Ray,
It won't take me long to do
it
anyway.
seems like you still haven't done your ASI for 8th level.
Like, give myself 2 more points?
Yeah.
Well, I know where they're going. Watch this, watch this. Bam!
Remember that skills max at 20 in 5e. Soft
Oh,
cap
look.
at 20 unless you have an item.
My
Well-
charisma is now 20.
My wisdom is 16, so there we go.
Did you not push your charisma to 20?
Oh, I could do that. I'll do 1 and 1.
Okay.
I mean,
There we
you do
go.
what you want.
No, I'm good. This works. Okay, wait. Yeah. There we go.
Okay then. I am going to be starting up the stream in just a second. While Hobbit is desperately trying to finish his level up.
I'm done.
Level 8 is not very hard. I think it's just ASI for everyone.
I
need
think
another spell as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
4th level spell. 4th level spells.
I did pick that. I have polymorph now.
interesting. Okay. Stream is live, so since everyone seems to be ready, we will, I guess, get Glom soon TM.
Yep,
For the
he's
first time
coming.
in a few weeks, welcome back to Curse of Strahd. It has been a while since we've last adventured in Barovia. So, to remind everyone where we left off, you had just finished the attack on Yester Hill, completely obliterating the druids of Yester Hill, along with everything else that was there, and recovered a blood spear for Glom. You proceeded to run away from a tree and Strahd and the werewolves after Brammyr duelled the leader and won. And we left off at the winery, having just checked, found no life, and it completely in ruins. So we'll pick up where we left off with the party at the winery.
Can I look around for any traces of people, signs of people, like where we found them last time?
Make me
by the edge of
a
the wood?
perception check.
I can do that. I can't
Shit,
do
I still
that.
got any copyrighted music.
That's an 8.
Bryseis
Nope.
would do the same, looking on her broom, looking to see if she could find things from an aerial perspective.
Bryseis, make me a perception check. Son, you don't seem to find any signs of them. Looks like the tracks just end.
I'm looking around for threats, just in case.
That's persuasion, Ray.
Oh, oops. I can't see. Wait, perception. Oh, mother fricker.
You see as well as I do.
I see as well as you do. Even from this side.
AKA really poorly.
You see fog. Fog, mist, and... Oh, is that some fog? Yeah, that's some fog.
Damn it.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna cry. But the wine? What will they do?
We have to hope that they are somewhere, that they flew away to safety.
Oh yeah, that's right. The people. Yes, we need to worry about them too.
Someone else will come and make wine if the people do not come back. But yeah, I'm sure they're safe. I think we would see if they were dead. They would have been left there.
Probably. Does anyone have any piece of parchment or something with with what we could leave a word letting them know that the druids are no longer a problem.
I don't think I do.
I'm pretty sure I do.
I have a letter kit.
Oh, well, yeah, says he's going to be all fancy with a letter kit. I was just going to tear a page out of the journal, but, you know, go ahead with your fancy letter kit.
I took it from the Death House in session 1.
Oh. Well, I mean, I took tarnished silver. Man.
Can I borrow it for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll leave a short note. It's just saying that we hope they're alright. That the druids have been taken care of. And that we've recovered another one of their stones, so we'll come back when we can.
Did
Or
you
if they
sign it
want
with
to.
a paw print?
Pretty sure they know who would leave them a word, but sorry.
Bryseis grins at Zesi. Touche.
Shall we make a lot of noise in case they're around and not seeing us?
You know, attracting attention to ourselves can attract good things, but also can attract bad things.
That's the fun of it. No, I think we're good. Let's go. What's next on the agenda?
Well, I think we're going to Perez.
Yep. I don't remember
the-
the plan was to go after the Lady of Perez, who's been sending the scarecrows to attack you.
And also, I believe the final vestige is over there.
Yep.
Well, let's make our way to the lovely scarecrow lady that has been kindling for my fire. I hope she burns as well as the scarecrows do.
I'm sure she will. Alright. Gonna leave the note somewhere near the ruins of the winery. Somewhere kind of in plain sight.
Okay.
But like under a small rock so it doesn't fly away or something like that.
Hi,
Noted.
drunkies! We have our new resident drunk.
Well, he's only been gone a few minutes and you've replaced Umbra. I see how it is.
Do we have our Glom?
It doesn't sound like it.
Close enough. The Glom's had a little bit too much of the firewater.
Alright. Let's go then.
Yeah.
Hot saw on the broom, we're still on the broom. Making our way downtown. Okay, sorry.
Okay. You head away from the winery, resuming the ride on your horses, and continue up the track once again, back towards the ford that splits towards Kresk. You make it to the junction. Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, damn it.
I'm looking around as we ride for any threats.
Yep, noted. Continue, I'm assuming, down the track, not past Van Richten's tower.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get to the fork that leads to Eichenvostholt, Bryseis, can you make me a perception check?
Yep, and I'll try not to do persuasion this time. Hey, that's better.
Okay. Considering how much you've been looking around for them, as you're just glancing around as you ride past the fork, you notice on the opposite side of the road, is that a small doll tossed in the ditch.
She dive bombs out of it, like dive bombs towards it with her broom, and like snatches it up like Golem and a Precious.
It appears to be a small. You would call it a child's doll of a werewolf, but it has sharpened knives, the claws, and real teeth.
That's just the puppy. That's just the puppy.
That's,
Does it look like Cloudy?
A werewolf, not a wolf.
Well, yeah.
Cloudy is an
kinda-
actual wolf.
She kind of takes her cloak and kind of dries it off as best as she can. Oh, wait, this might be a clue for them to know. Hey guys, I found this. It's mine. I found this. You may look at it, but only look. She shows them the werewolf doll.
That's
Puppy.
It's
creepy.
yeah.
I mean,
Are those real teeth?
I know, right?
I
I wish they would have done this with the Strahd one, because how cute would it be to have real little vampire teeth along with it?
It's good actually, but this one is creepy.
Well, when
Okay.
you kill
can
Strahd,
I
you can have
see
his
if it
teeth.
has
Oh.
like the other dolls have a tag saying that they were made by Blinsky, right?
Yes, they do.
Can I check to see if this one has one?
Can she possess?
If she suggests that Bryseis will look herself.
Make me an investigation check. Also, Bryseis, can you roll me an intelligence saving throw?
Jesus Christ. Okay, wait.
So
You said
the investigation is her or me?
Her.
Okay.
Does not seem to have a tag.
Ooh. Okay, wait, what was the other one?
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, shit. Oh,
It
shit.
didn't
Oh,
like
shit.
me,
Okay.
baby. It's worthless now. Destroy it.
Okay, noted.
She's not very smart.
Noted.
Huh.
We are so dead.
This, it doesn't have a tag made by Blinsky. All the dolls I have that have the tags are made by Blinsky.
That's
Well, I wonder if it was kind of handmade by something else. Can I see if it's been like, if it looks like Blinsky's work, or if it does look made by somebody else? I figure she might know because she.
With your investigation check, it doesn't look like Blinsky made it.
Can I try to do a well, actually, can I'll walk over to Zesi. Zesi, can you make sure this thing isn't like cursed or, gonna explode any second now because it has so much magic in it?
Sure.
There we go. Hey, I know magic, but
Are you casting detect magic? Are you just investigating
Just
it?
looking at my spells to see if I've got anything like that.
I don't have it either.
I don't know.
I don't.
Not today.
I'm going
Then-
to stare at it.
Then just make me an Arcana check.
Stare at it hard. Oh, look at that!
Does not seem to be magical. Like nothing you can see about it or anything that you've experienced tells you that this is magical.
How sharp are
pokes
the?
I
How
take
sharp are
it,
the
you
little
handed it
knives?
over for me to look at it?
And they're actual sharp. Like they can cut through skin just by pressing up against it. The claws are sharp.
Can we put that thing in the bag of holding before it hurts somebody?
Sharp object, bag of holding.
Or
I will
not?
tell her this thing is evil and we need to get rid of it.
I want to do a deception check.
I'm gonna insight that.
Oh yeah, insight check. Sorry, I'm gonna do an insight.
Says he roll a perception, deception check even.
Good. Do I insight that?
Yes.
12. I believe you.
God.
You both believe him.
No, this can't be evil.
Ooh, can I keep it?
No, nobody's keeping it. We're getting rid of it.
Says
Definitely.
but it's so cute. really evil?
Extremely. And I throw it as far as I can.
Make me a strength check.
Zesi's gonna chase after it on a broom.
You don't have to go very far.
You try and lob it into the branch of the nearest tree, and it kind of gets impaled on a branch.
Can I secret flame it?
Go for it. I just know that, yeah, you sacred flame it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a dex save.
And the doll is
inanimate-
now...
The inanimate track does not make its next thing.
Oh, it had real teeth.
Yep, it's Ash.
Wonderful.
Can I look through the ashes, see if the knives and stuffs are still intact?
You think you can see one.
It's very tiny though.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it where it is. If the rest have been destroyed, then it should be enough.
Bryseis pouts.
I'm sure you can order one to Blinsky, one that doesn't devour our souls while we sleep.
Oh, Blinsky, he really needs to get out of that temple. I wonder if I can convince him just to be, like, my personal doll maker. I treat him so well.
How about we go make sure that the lady who's sending things to kill us is gone first?
Yay, which way are we going, actually? Through the
Further-
Revenants or not?
Further east and south is the track that leads to Berez. This way leads to Arkenvostholt.
Yeah, I think we need to go further. Further on the main route.
And then follow the river?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Over the river and through the woods to scary ladies' place we go.
What could possibly go wrong? Okay, you continue your journey, and considering how long the duel took and everything else, it's about, as you get to the crossroads, it's getting dark. Point where you're going to have to stop and rest.
Does that mean it's mansion time?
I suppose so. Unless you want to camp it out.
Why, when we have the mansion? Ew.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Alright. I'm in a bad mood, so this is going to be a lot of fluff and a lot of glitter.
Glom starts setting up a tent. Getting some wood, splitting steel.
She smacks Glom on the back of the head. Don't worry, I'm not changing y'all's rooms.
Better have my kicking door.
Yes, you still have your kick-in door. I made that specially for you. So she makes the mansion. It pretty much has all the same rooms and everything, but the walls are just coated in glitter and just like the ground in certain area where the rugs are just so fluffy they look like cotton candy.
Oh god.
And the servants are, if I could find a way to make their translucent bodies glitter, they're glittery.
Oh dear.
Turns to Zesi. You see this? You see that? This is why we keep things that eat our soul.
At least when I don't go into my room and sleep on the floor, it's softer for me.
You're right,
He's
Princess.
never got into his room yet. One day, if he's like either dead or unconscious, I'm going to put his body in his room.
Oh dear.
What was the question to Bryseis? Sorry.
You're right, Bryseis. I mean, it's very bright in here.
Yeah, when I'm in a bad mood, I like to make things glittery and sparkly and fluffy, and it's okay. I just don't like losing a doll, especially one that was new. It wasn't Beyblade Blitzky, which means there's somebody else who knows how to make dolls.
It was evil.
I'm afraid he could have given you lycanthropy or something else.
Fine. Yeah, I don't want to be a werewolf. They're disgusting, and they like to lick their own testicles. Ugh.
What's wrong with that?
Sage is the one that destroyed it, not me.
You started it.
Well, thank you for making the mention anyway.
You're always welcome for that. And she does have normal food out this time, but she does have a stupid amount of vegan desserts.
I was about to ask what was wrong with you.
Oh no, there's like a stupid amount of vegan desserts, but she did make normal food for everybody else. And she did make a large assortment of bacon for Glom. See, I gave you bacon and I gave you your kick door.
Glom takes the bacon platter and the bacon flavored shake and kicks open his kick door and goes in his room.
With his pin-up Glom girls.
Looks back at the table. I'll be back for the bacon flavored soda later.
Any bacon left?
Yeah, there's a few more.
You can have the bacon cake if you want.
Thank you. I'll have it.
I will eat at the table like a civilized person, which clearly Glom isn't. But that's okay.
I love how the tabaxi is the most civilized.
Hey, Bryseis is civilized. She's just...
Ish.
Well, you say that, she's certainly not civil.
No, she's not. She sits down on her very cushy throne-like chair. Her servants bring her very, very fluffy robe that has a train, and she eats her desserts while playing pop music in the background.
Pop music doesn't exist.
It exists in her head. It's
Just loud
upbeat.
bubbles popping.
It's upbeat music that's very annoying. Let's go with that. That does exist in this realm.
Yep,
Oh, so you mean-
Saxon's gonna finish her meal rather quickly and then go to bed.
Same, and if I can read a bit, I will.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that somehow.
And Umbra can't escape it.
There's all the typing from earlier.
Yeah. I saw that. I didn't get anything yet.
Yet being the operative word in that sentence. How many hours are you on?
As much as I can.
How many hours are you on so far?
Am I on? 58.
You're almost done.
Okay. How long the mention
It's
last?
80.
Yeah, I'd say you can probably get another 3 hours of reading done. Which will bring you
Okay.
to 61, which means I've got to edit a handout.
Yay!
And Bryseis is going to absolutely kill me as soon as she finds out what this property is.
Where is it?
And the handout has been edited.
Is that the last bit that just appeared?
Yes.
I get a glitter ball!
Oh, God.
Yep, you get a halo.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
That is literally just a straight property of the book.
Yep. Because
Wonderful.
that book is not OP at all for a level 8 character.
And
Not at all.
you have received a PM, Malon.
Yes, I see.
Okay. So I'm assuming the party just heads to bed.
Yep.
Yup.
Okay. And time passes, and you awaken after 8 hours. There's a little bit left on the mansion. Time to have breakfast.
Bryseis wakes up and she's aggravated. I said I wanted over easy eggs. Not eggs, the vegan eggs. Why are there chickens running around here with V's on them? This is what happens when I drink and try to make magical houses work. So yeah, there's chickens running around the mansion with V's
How
on them.
do vegan eggs even work?
There's a process. I'll get into it later. I can only make them in the mansion, but they work. I'll get into it later. It has to deal with soybeans and... Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the chickens right now.
Glom stumbles out of the bathroom, walks up to the table, and puts his head down. He lifts his head. His eyes are very bloodshot. Ugh. Bacon hangover.
Good. I was worried you try to chase and eat the chickens.
There are chickens?
No eating the chickens.
Oh, bacon.
Can I use
Puts his
the
head-
chickens as target practice? Haven't used my bow in a bit.
Oh god, I am getting memories of Vox Machina. I mean,
I'm asking
can she
Bryseis.
possess?
I'm asking Bryseis' permission.
I guess so. They're not real. I'm just, bring me a cold compress. Yeah.
Alright, gonna bring out my bow. Take aim at a chicken that is away from people.
Make me an attack roll.
Yep. Well, that's a natural 16, so
Yeah.
blah, blah, plus 8.
Ding, 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 ding. Arrow in the wall. That chicken has been well and truly skewered.
Does it poof out of existence?
I'd assume so.
Yeah, if it's fake, yeah, just go.
Apologies
Explodes
if you
in a
can hear the
bloody
fireworks
mess.
through my mic.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, I'm gonna help Bree get rid of the chickens by shooting them. See, I'm helping!
God. I'm just imagining Minecraft chickens. Just they turn red and poof, and they leave behind like an egg or their feather or something.
Honestly, headcanon, it's more just you shoot them and they just kind of poof into invisibility, and the last thing you hear is it going cluck cluck.
Alright, I'll have breakfast after that. That was fun. Thanks, B.
You're welcome. As long as they're fake, I don't care.
Okay. This party has breakfast.
Yeah.
And yeah.
After my usual morning exercises, yes.
And do you want to update the party on the latest things to come out in the book or nah?
Yeah.
You've pinned the message. Well, I've pinned your message from the past about it.
Yeah, but it's too long, so I need another one.
I'll be able to pin it if you
Yeah,
type it
just
out.
a sec. Here you go.
Oh yeah, pin it. Okay. Yes, after breakfast, you prepare to head out and down to Barrett's?
Yeah,
Yep.
early start.
Slightly hungover, but still ready to go.
Okay. Who's first out of the mansion?
I guess I will be.
Stepping outside, can you make me a perception check? Because something seems wrong about this, but it takes you a moment to put your paw on it.
16?
Wait a second. Why is it still nighttime?
Guys.
When it's nighttime, it means Strahd is coming.
Wait, no, did y'all wake me up early again? Zesi, I told you last time that was not funny when you woke me up and told me that we were late going down to...
No.
Have any of you got a way of tracking the time?
No.
The duration on the
so.
mention would be...
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, possess. You can tell it has been the right amount of time. The mansion is about to expire.
Wait.
And yet,
man, Strahd's somewhere nearby.
And yet the time seems to be locked at midnight. I hope you haven't used any charges on items that recharge at dawn, everybody.
I don't have any of those, so...
Nope, mine are just after you sleep. That's all.
Wand of Secrets.
Oh, right. But I haven't used it in quite a while.
True.
Or ever, really.
You've used it.
Oh, yeah, I've used it.
Glom finally catches up to the party. What's going on now?
Well, looks like someone's pissed off at us.
You were warned that this would happen.
Yup.
I really hope that man accepts that doll and just gets laid.
Well...
I would,
Good
I
thing
don't know.
most of us can see in the dark pretty well.
Hey, do you think he can get it hard, or do you think it has to do something with rigor mortis?
I don't really want to think about that.
I mean, wouldn't y'all know? Y'all kind of were with him.
No.
This is hungover Bryseis. You're welcome.
Yeah, for clarity, welcome to Eternal Night Mode.
Sun is making a weird face at Bryseis right now.
Yeah.
I'll cast light on my shield.
Noted.
I'll blink because, whoa, dark vision.
Yeah. Sorry. Not every one of us can see in the dark.
It's okay, it's okay.
Note to self.
And no
Daughters of Night. Wait, no, that would remove any requirement of having darkness or having light. Never mind.
And no people see us coming. It's good.
Sure. I'm gonna be walking like slightly ahead of the crew. Oh no, we're on horses anyway. Never mind.
And a broom.
And a broom.
True. Well, let's keep our wits about us and let's go. I'm gonna be trying to keep an eye out for danger along the road.
It's him.
Okay. Make your perception checks.
23.
Okay. Don't seem to see any threats. As you journey, the trail hugs the river for several miles. The dirt and grass soon turn to marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth pockmarked with strands of tall reed and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. Their decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, though they've long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. The fog is much thinner on the other side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of stones. And I am going to pull you over to the Bryseis map.
As we got closer, I would have wanted to go scout ahead, but okay. Okay, finish rendering map. You can do
You're
it.
kind of breaking up there, Miya. There we go.
Yeah, the map is still blurry. There we go.
You should all be able to see yourselves.
Yep, I can see me.
Really can't see far though. In spite of dark vision? Is it because of the fog?
Yes.
Okay.
Vision is incredibly limited.
That
I
scaling is
do believe that
bad.
the scale is off.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless I can see very, very far.
Yeah, let me take a look at this.
I don't think these guys would be 150 feet away from me.
I need to go and get my heater.
Each square on the grid is 50 feet. Try not to use it as an accurate measure to other tokens.
Okay.
Oh my.
Do you guys
Don't
mind?
see anything.
Do you guys
Well,
mind
as-
if I go scout ahead a bit?
If you can see anything, go ahead.
Yeah, can you see further than 150 feet?
I can see a bit. Not that much, but I can see a bit.
Okay.
I can see up to over there-ish. I'm gonna dismount and go sneaky sneak.
Okay. Can you roll me a stealth check?
Yes, I can. Do I have
And the
advantage because it's very dark and I'm very dark also?
Make me a stealth check.
26.
You don't have reliable talent yet, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Then noted.
Actually 27. I forgot my dex went up. I have a plus 11
Okay.
now.
Okay. That's terrifying. And in case you're wondering, the light in the distance is blinking from way down here.
Okay.
Like, massively in the darkness.
Alright.
You can just about, like, you can only really make it out because it's so dark. Yeah, that's a riverbank.
Yeah, I'm gonna say stay mostly, like, not on the path itself, but next to
Nearby.
it. Nearby, yeah. Just to guide myself.
Yeah. This is going to be an exploration session, basically.
I'm gonna take a good look around to see if I spot any traces of people or creatures.
Make me an investigation check.
Sure, I'm decent at those. I think. Oh, I have a +2 at those. This is gonna be fine. Oh, 7! I see nothing.
No. Even searching around, it seems like any footprints that would have been in the marsh have been swept away over time. You can't seem to see anything or get any information out of the marsh area.
Alright.
All right.
What's everyone else doing while Sun and I presume Cloudy are going sneaky sneak?
I think I'm grabbing Zesi's clothes because I can see 5 feet in front of me.
Remember, each square is 50 feet.
Okay.
So you've still got your full vision of 40-20.
Okay.
I have a question.
You have a what?
And I don't remember what it was. Never mind then. Oh, what's the range on the whispers? The ring of whispers?
500 feet.
Are they still in range?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say they're about 250 away from you. They'd be between where B and Zesi are.
Alright, I'll go as far as the range of the ring of whispers allows me, and not further.
Okay, so you've got another 250 feet, so...
Right. Keeping an eye out. The path seems to end.
It does pick up on the other side. It's more of a marsh graphic than anything.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna paw through the water. Sloosh, sloosh. Until there-ish, I guess.
Okay, you can just about make it out. As you approach this cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls, you see a short stretch of dirt road that has remained intact. That's the wall of a cottage.
Okay.
Through the fog and the darkness, you can just make it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the others know that I found a what looks like a cottage where the road is actually road. There doesn't seem to be any danger on the way there. Proceed cautiously anyway.
Yeah. I guess we'll follow them. Cautiously.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Stealthily.
Okay, can I get stealth checks from anyone that's being stealthy?
I mean,
That tries, you mean?
I can try.
I'll roll for Esmeralda.
Hey, not
That was a 4.
Hey, I'm doing pretty decent. I got a 16.
So, Zesi and Sage have 5 and 4, respectively.
Yes.
Noted.
So we proceed stealthily.
By stealthily, you mean going clank clank?
You what, Miya?
You mean going clank clank?
Yes. Stealthily.
Sage is nearly caught up.
I wouldn't know. Hey.
I'm having fun
Oh.
watching this.
Hello.
No. There's something over there.
Something moving or?
No, a cottage.
Would
As
you
a
like
note,
me
if
to
you-
go and take a look?
Go for it, Zesi. You seem like a good good candidate.
And as a note, if you do want to search any square in particular for anything of interest, you will need to spend about 10 minutes and make a perception check.
Sure.
It's dark, it's foggy, you're looking around. Yeah, so go ahead, Zesi.
Where am I moving towards, son?
That away. I would point.
I take it
But
to
I'm-
look at all this stuff here.
Yeah.
Yay, perception. Just what I'm bad at.
The walls of the cottages are, by this point, only about 3 feet tall. You can easily climb over them, walk around them, and the cottages seem like they don't have much, just ruined, rotted furnishings, and that's about it.
But you said the road looks more intact there?
Yeah, the path actually looks reasonably intact here, rather than being more walk through a marsh.
Can I say about how long those places seem to have been left?
Make me a... Are you proficient in history?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nope.
And make me a history check with disadvantage.
So, an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Yes.
Well, one of them was a 19, but the other one was a 5 plus 2, 7.
It's hard to tell. It's even you can determine it's been over a century.
So Bryseis wouldn't have any inklings of this area with her being...
No.
Okay, just making sure. Nothing looks familiar to her.
Nope.
It's old. Old as balls.
Should we have a look around? What else? See what else we can find?
I guess so. I mean, old places usually can have some pretty interesting things. Zesi, did you find anything?
Nothing I'm interested.
Alright, I'm gonna head this way.
That is walking into the marshland, Bryseis.
I'm flying.
Okay, points. Okay.
Don't lose us.
Make me a perception check. You see darkness and fog and marsh.
Ugh, it probably stinks too.
And
Yes, it
sadness.
does.
You see some sadness too, just letting you know.
Any
I
of
mean,
the
it's Barovia, so I cared.
any of the cottages look in better shape than the others?
They all look ruined and abandoned.
The lights are coming from over there, right?
More to the right. Give me a second, I'm gonna move for those things. It's coming more from this direction.
Okay. But the road wasn't going this way.
No, that's across the other side of the river.
Oh, okay.
I will... Where's my...
How deep was the river from what we've seen so far?
Hard to tell, but it looks like it's up to about 10 feet deep. Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
the
could,
fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones.
can I charter people over on the broom? But we can't bring the horses.
The broom can only carry the one of you, and I was presuming that you left the horses a ways off, like before it became really nasty marsh.
Ah,
Probably.
Yeah, horses in marsh, not good.
huh, I wonder if I could tie like a rope to it and send it over with somebody and then pull it back.
Remember that
How-
the broom's carrying capacity is really limited.
There's
no, you
no
just
way.
do-
There's no way it can carry Glom.
Oh. Glom, can you swim?
Yeah, I swim good. Here,
Hey, at
watch.
least this isn't choked.
Splash.
Glom, move back a square and make me an athletics check.
I mean, there might be a bridge somewhere.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Glom swim good.
Yeah, you can need to swim that far out. The current's trying to pull you away, but No, you can easily make it that far. You've still got, a check for every square as you move onwards.
Glom, dear, I wasn't exactly being serious.
Climbs out of the water. See? Don't swim good.
I'm gonna
All
be
right.
looking for a bridge.
Yeah, let's look for a bridge. I'm falling behind Zesi.
Does that look much thinner, or is it just Marikaji?
You can tell that's more of a tributary coming off the river than...
So we can easily cross that bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And back to the main bank of the river.
Let me bring Esmeralda further.
Sun, can you make me a perception check there?
Sure. Oh, where's my die? Where's my dice? What did I do with my d20? It's okay, I'll grab another one. 14 plus 6, so 20.
Okay. Over in this direction, you can just make out toward the south end of the village lie the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. Been reduced to piles of stone and rotting timber. Empty arched windows stare at you. South of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls. You can just make out the edges of this.
Which direction? Sorry.
The garden seems to be there.
Okay.
The actual stuff with the goats is further off, but...
Hey, looks like my kind of place.
Screw it. Full description.
I'd like to stealthily move towards the bit that seems inhabited.
Well, that's the overgrown garden.
Yeah. Do I see anyone other than the goats?
Make me another perception check.
I see nothing. That's a nat 1. 7.
Nope. Nothing. Seems to be more dead than Bryseis' heart.
Hey.
I'll whisper back to the others. There's goats. Just goats.
With human skulls on the fence.
Yeah. I don't think the goats put those there.
You never know.
Do they look like evil goats?
You can't even really tell. You caught a glimpse as the bank of fog thinned for a minute, and now it's gone again. You saw there were goats. That was about it.
Okay, I'm gonna go further in to try and find whoever put those skulls on.
Are you climbing into the garden?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment because I have a map for this.
You have a map for the garden?
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong?
There.
Yeah, it's all fine. Just for fluff.
However,
We don't
this
do
does
good
mean
with
I have
plant
to
life.
hide your tokens up here. Okay, Sam, I will move you over in just a second to my map because you came in a way I did not expect.
Sorry?
No, I'll put myself over as well so Strain can see.
Okay, no, you should have told me they were statues.
I am getting to this. As you climb inside, you can see the garden behind the ruined mansion has run wild. Hidden behind tall weeds and thorny vines are nude sculptures of handsome men and beautiful women, as well as carved stone benches.
Okay, so no strangely lifelike statues.
No. But they're more just me putting the decoration in than
Yeah.
anything. But I couldn't find any good statue tokens.
Yeah. No, for a moment my mind went to Medusa.
No. No, they're not. They don't look like adventurers. Well, they look like warriors that are afraid of anything. Because as I told you the other day, no one would carve statues of warriors who are afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. The others, you can see some climb into this garden, but I can't exactly put your tokens on this map because this map is serving more than one function for me.
It's fine.
I'll go in on the broom after sun.
I'll stay outside, but I will go to the fence wall. What is it? Or is it?
It's more of a ruined wall.
Okay.
Maybe move everyone over. And then I will drag tokens on as soon as I can. Zesi, let me put you there. Holy shit, that's just illuminated the entire thing.
I see everything.
Glom.
Oh. So I like this place with all the statues. I might have to add a garden area to the mansion.
Okay, and Sun, stop there. Because as you step forwards, what's your race state?
High. 18? No.
Okay.
Wait.
Your token says it's 17.
That is 17 then. Yeah, it makes sense. I have studded leather plus.
Okay.
Yep.
As you step forward, you feel something latch on and try and clamp down on your forearm, but doesn't manage to break through your armor. And you see a giant poisonous snake has just tried to bite you. And glancing around.
That's mean.
And looking around, you can see more of them slithering forwards.
Well, whoever thought it was a good idea to keep goats in this place was an idiot.
Can you roll me initiative, please?
Sure.
All or just the two that have entered?
Well, you can see this going on from outside, but the two that have entered definitely.
So if you'd like to take part in this battle, please press 2. Or roll initiative.
They're not exactly tough.
Oh my.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
My poor giant poisonous snakes.
Are about to go down.
Yep.
Let's finish the...
Okay. And with that, we will lead off with Bryseis.
You said they're not
making all pen tickets a ride. Sorry, Cad.
You said that they're not very powerful. They're just little snakies. So I'm gonna assume
they're giant poisonous snakes.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, they're as big as us.
Yeah, still gonna try this. Everybody's at full. Yep. Okay.
Sleep. Where are you casting it?
Let's see. Ruler thingy. It's got a 90-foot radius, so.
Okay. Then it'll be closest one to you.
I mean, they all sleep, don't they? So it would be anything in that 90-foot radius, right?
That's maximum of 21. Takes off the total of their HP and then sees if it can affect any more.
Gotcha.
Which is only one of them.
Oh, dang.
Son.
I'm gonna whack at the one who so rudely tried to bite me. I'm really tired of people and things trying to bite me, okay? That is... I have a +9 to hit with that, so... 24.
Yeah, that hits.
I don't get sneak attack, but I don't think that's gonna matter.
I actually think it will.
Oh, it might actually, given that it didn't kill
Given
the other
that
one.
21 was only enough to knock
Um,
one of them out.
So 9 points of damage.
Okay, it looks very heavily injured.
Offhand attack with Whisper. Whisper. Really? I nat 20 on Whisper on the snake?
It's dead. Because whatever your minimum damage is, it's more than 2 with a crit.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, they have 11 HP. Sorry, Ray. You need 22 to knock 2 of them out. Sage, if you're even joining in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. Like there.
Rude.
And Sacred Flame. Why not this one?
Okay. Dexterity save, right?
Yes, it
This
is.
should go so well. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Holy shit, it saves.
Oh my. Okay.
16 plus 4.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna move over there.
Bomb.
There.
If you're there, you're muted. Oh, no, you're not muted, just not talking.
He's coming. He's coughing.
I'm fine.
Alright,
Okay.
now I've got 2 people coughing themselves to death.
Glom flies into a rage, starts screaming and running, and then gets really, really quiet for a little bit. And then continues running over here. Okay, now he's back at it, and he nails this one.
You did walk past one of them, so there is an opportunity attack.
I just smack it away. It doesn't.
What's your AC?
15.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes, I can.
And you are raging. Okay. You take 6 points, so 3 points of piercing damage, and you pass the save. So you're fortunate that you passed the save. 15, so 7 points of poison damage from the opportunity attack. And go ahead and make your attack roll.
Great club, smack, smack.
Are you reckless?
I don't think I need to be.
Okay, then the first one misses. The natural 20, the second one hits, though. Yep.
Bad snake!
Rip that snake.
That snake fucking explodes. And then it's the snake's turn. And the one that tried to bite you before is going to try and bite you again. Hits. You take another 6, so 3 points of piercing damage. Can you make me another Constitution saving throw? Which you don't have advantage on because... Okay. You take 8 points of poison damage. The bite of these things hurts just a little bit. Cloudy.
A bite.
A
Ugh.
miss.
Damn it, Cloudy.
That would have very nearly killed it, but nope. Zesi.
I would like to have a look around for anything else apart from snakes that could be watching us or trying to kill us. Because these
Maybe a
people are being
perception
loud.
check.
It's performance, it's perception, I can't see it.
You do not see the vampire.
I forgot about her.
I don't
Ah,
see
she's
the vampire.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Oh no, because now I'm just confused.
You don't see anything.
I think he was just messing with us.
Yes. You said you were looking around for anything else watching, so I said you don't see the vampire, okay? Strahd.
No, I don't do anything.
Bryseis.
Gonna try out my little swordy sword. So I'm gonna step. Let's see. I'm gonna leave that one sleeping.
I wonder why.
Swordy sword time. Let's see. Where's Myth Carver?
That hits, and ow. My poor snake. What did it ever do to you?
It
Oh,
was going to
wait.
bite me. Yeah.
It looks really, really hurts. Son.
Hi, I guess one of my attacks is going to hit. Yep.
Yep.
One of them hits,
Oh.
it has 1 HP, so...
Yes.
The other one is a natural one, but it never happens because the first one kills it anyway.
Yep. Bryseis probably still had Mythcarver in it, and you just come up and give it the mercy blow.
You know, son, I totally see how you like doing the whole fighty combat thing. It's kind of fun.
Can I look around? As a bonus action, I can make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects from
Sure.
being inquisitive.
Sure.
16.
Total?
Yep.
No PM you. Sage, go ahead.
Hey, Bryseis, how long will it sleep?
Check.
1 minute, I think.
Yep, it lasts for a minute.
Okay. I'm gonna secret flame it then. Oh, that is disappointing.
Well, yep. Ow. It wakes up if it takes damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then it wakes up just in time for Glom.
That's
Oh, God damn
2d8.
it. That was meant to be a whisper. Glom, you're up. Whatever. Yeah, that's meant to be a whisper to you.
Yeah, figured.
Glom gives it the evil eye. Oh, look.
I would have
It
seen
woke
it
up.
on my turn, right?
Yes.
So I would have been able to start making my way over there on my
Yes.
turn.
Roll damage on the first one. Yep, pop. Wow, that would have killed it even if it hadn't taken damage. Second one missed. But yeah, pop.
I don't care. Still do the damage.
Okay, and let me nuke the turn order. And Sun, do you tell the others what you've seen?
I will call out to the ghostly figure. Hello? Remember, Sun has a wisdom of 0, so...
Yep. I'm just trying to find his name because it's going to matter. The ghost does reply, is in common, although it seems to be a slightly older dialect. Was an almost echoing voice says, "Hello there. Apologies, I did not know about the snakes. I would have found a way to warn you. Come over, let's talk in the ruins of what used to be my home."
They're just snakes. Can I make an insight check anyway? Just if he seems to be trying to trap us or not. Lure
Go
us
for
into
it.
a trap. 17.
Yeah, no.
That's a trap.
He's being honest, he just wants to talk.
Okay. I'll shrug and follow him.
And the ghost is a giant of a man. His features are mutilated, his entrails hanging out like frayed ropes. Despite his intimidating presence, the apparition has a cringing light in its eyes.
Looks like that hurt. when it happened.
Yeah.
No, she says that out loud.
Oh. Is everyone else coming along, or is it just...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Ghosts can always
Where
be
are we
fun.
going?
South away from the
It's time
garden.
to Glom report. Done.
Let me switch you back over to the Bryseis map,
Oh my.
which from here is to the north. Yeah, towards the goat pen.
Okay.
Mostly because I need to actually reset
To where
that map that
Esmeralda
you
is.
were on.
Use Esmeralda as your beacon.
Yeah.
Mostly I actually need to reset that map. But yeah. So he leads you inside to what you can guess by the ruins of the table in the room was probably once the sitting room. And he kind of ghostly sits in what remains of a chair and says, "So, you're the ones it's rumoured Lysaga is looking for. What
The
do you
one-
know of this place?"
The one who's looking for?
The woman who's made this place her home in the centuries Strahd destroyed us.
Oh, the hag.
Those that call her a hag know not what a true hag is.
I mean, we've killed hags. So,
She's no hag, not as far as I can tell. Again, what do you know of this place?
It's old, and it's falling apart. The end.
And you're dead.
Thank you, Glom.
2 centuries ago, in this village, there lived a peasant by the name of Marina. I will, if any of you are particularly interested in the spelling, I'll give that to you. Sorry, I need to move people out of the goat pen. It's said that Marina bore a resemblance to Strahd's first love. I never saw her. That's so I can't speak with the accuracy of the comparison, but she became Strahd's obsession. He seduced her in the dead of night, feasted on her blood, but before he could take her away, I, along with the priest, had her killed to save her soul from damnation. Strahd slew us all, then used his power over the land to flood the village and forced all who lived here to flee. Later the marsh crept in, and now Baba Lysaga has taken over. She lives just a little north of here, in her hut. Though I would recommend, before confronting her, if that's what you're here to do, you head about 200 or so paces to the west. There you'll find the monument to my folly.
monument to your folly. Okay, can you be a bit less cryptic? I know you have nothing else to do with your time, but coming up with cryptic stuff to say, but
I think he just means his mistake. That's what folly means, right? Mistake?
The
What's a monument?
The vampire literally constructed a monument to Marina to commemorate my stupidity in denying him. It cost the life of myself, the priest, and a lot of others who lived here.
alright.
If
So,
you
the-
seek to know more about the vampire, you should look upon it and see for yourself whether there's a resemblance or not.
I guess if she looks like Irina, then she looks like Tatiana.
Who is Irina?
Irina Kolyanovich?
Kolyana.
Kolyana, sorry. She
It's
was...
weird. She's Kolyana, her brother is Kolyanovich.
Yeah, okay, fair. Was the daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia, the village. Apparently she looked like Strahd's long lost love that actually never loved him.
So it's true. Tatiana is being reincarnated across the centuries. I hope for your sake you've protected her, or at least he hasn't managed to get his hands on her.
Oh, she is out of his reach.
Yeah, funny story. Something about a fountain. She got dragged into it with the guy who she actually loves. But yeah.
Yeah, Stu's very upset right now.
I will have to take your word for that.
Hey, whose goats are that in the pen?
Those would be...
Who put skulls outside on the walls? Like, that's...
That would be Lysaga. I used to think that she used them for food, but it seems every month of the new moon she bathes in their blood.
That's unhygienic.
I don't know why she does it, but
Actually, there are
seems
some
to be a ritual.
Bryseis just kind of shuts her mouth for a second.
Psyched.
No, that literally is. She's like, oh, actually, Blake can... never mind.
No, never mind.
So what you're saying is, she has no use for their meat.
I know not. All I know
Okay.
is she bathes in their blood.
Alright, gonna ask to help next time on Give Me Some Goat.
Does she... How does she look? Just, would you do a, you know, would you one night stand her or not?
I'm more concerned about her powers.
There's a purpose to this.
Okay.
I wouldn't go near her with a 10-foot pole.
Well, let's exclude the fact of her being evil and psychotic and crazy. I'm talking, if you were in a tavern...
I wouldn't go near her with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so she's pretty ugly. Got it. Ugly in the sense of butterface, or ugly in the sense she's old?
Both?
Glom leans over. She's probably got the herpes.
Well, because sometimes you could do rituals for blood, for vitality, and making sure you stay young looking. So that's why I was asking.
From what little of her I've seen over the years, her skin has the resilience of stone, and while she doesn't necessarily appear her age, she's certainly a lot older than she looks.
Okay, so we gotta go negotiate with the Hot Rock. Got it. Alright.
No. We're here to... Well, I don't think we can negotiate her stopping to send things to kill us.
Okay, so we gotta go kill the Hot Rock. Whatever.
There we go. And I don't think she's hot. He already said he wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, so...
I don't judge before I see things.
He's just giving you a look of utter confusion right now.
Probably not the only one. So, what does she do except bathe in the blood of goats?
The only time I ever see her is when she comes to kill the goats, collect her blood. I've heard her talking once or twice saying that she has to bathe. She'd forgotten about it, but beyond that, she lives in a hut, and that's about all I know.
I mean, do you know anything else? Like, does she use lavender soap or rosewood? I mean, come on.
He just told you he doesn't fucking see her outside of when she comes to collect the blood.
Do you know how strong she is? Any weakness?
She's not physically powerful. But she is a mage of considerable power, as far as I can tell. I once saw an adventurer foolishly think he could challenge her, and she struck him dead with a finger.
Great. It's very good to know. Anything else you've seen her do?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I've seen very little, I just know she's incredibly powerful.
Alright, perfect. So just don't get fingered. Let's go.
She gives Glom a small high five for that one.
So it kind of opens her mouth like she's about to say something to that, then thinks better of it and shuts her mouth. Alright, do you know how we can cross the river?
There hasn't been a crossing in over a century. You'll have to figure something out or fly.
I mean, she crosses to get to her goats.
Hut is to the north.
Oh,
Goats are right here.
okay. Never mind. Do you know what's the lights on the other side then?
Right, the only thing I can think of on the other side are the standing stones, unless
Yeah, that.
someone is trying to attract attention. There's no light over there.
You did say there was light at the standing stones, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, okay.
He
I'm
does
not going insane.
Yeah, he does not think there's light there.
Okay.
Like, that's new to him.
Yeah.
I told you.
I was just making sure that my brain was not going crazy.
Yep. Where's my... I keep losing the handout I had the information on the approach to Perez. Yeah. There was a light flashing amid a dark ring of stones.
So, folks, what do we do? Do we go see the monument? Do we go see who's trying to catch someone's attention? Do we go to the witch's hut?
Or do you check on the goats?
Or
I want
does
to go check
Glom
on
want
those
to kill a
goats. They
goat?
need to be well fed.
Goats, monument, old, not hot rock killing, and then stone-like things?
I'm... Okay.
So what's the plan?
Goats first.
Okay, so you're heading outside to the goats.
The goats are there, Glom.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
Sure.
There you go. Okay, then I will move you all back over.
There's a goat pin map?
Yep. Looking around, there are 9 goats trapped within this pen. There doesn't seem to be a gate.
I'll tell Cloudy to stay near Glom.
And there are a lot of human. There are about 50 human skulls set into the fen.
Really want to shatter.
Poor
You
goats.
shatter and me fireball.
Poor goats.
Well,
The
see,
goats
if you're
don't look
ritual of your
evil,
death-
right?
I just want the temporary HP.
Oh, good boy.
The goats all look normal, yes.
I'll keep an eye out for more snakes.
Okay,
Really want to go pet the goats.
make me perception checks then. And yeah, there is no gate in the fence. Miya? Okay, Miya, I think your might have just died.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to have disconnected for a moment. Sorry.
Okay. What was the perception check?
Keeping an eye out for snakes.
Okay.
That is a 12.
Okay, 12. Noted.
I want to reach my hand through the fence and try to pet the goat.
As you do so, the skulls atop the fence posts begin howling. Can everybody please roll me initiative? And I'll bring up the sound tracker. Yes, I'll add you. Give me a moment.
That's my second time. Jeez. Why can't I roll that on freaking castle?
Okay. And
I just wanted to pet the goat.
Should
because the skulls atop the fence posts began howling immediately.
Shall we just leave quickly? Like now?
And initiative count 20. So, son, this happens. Actually, your turn would come just before this happens. At the moment, the skulls are just howling.
Roll for Esmeralda.
Miya? Rip Miya.
Yeah. I didn't select her. Can you have...
Hello.
Because yeah, those 7 come striding out of the fog right after your turn. It's like bonus action to...
Wait, I didn't have my turn. It was my turn yelling at
Yes.
Glom.
And yeah, okay. Yeah. You see the 7 scarecrows come striding forwards. Okay. They only really become visible right at the end of your turn. They're 70 feet away. So I'll say no. Sage.
Okay, I don't see them. Until I do.
Hi.
Okay, where are... Oh,
No. Okay. Which will be about now. They're 70 feet from you. Short range on a short bow is... I thought it was 6120. Okay, and Sage, go ahead.
yeah, actually. I'm gonna move over there.
Okay. Okay. Which one are you shooting? And Sage, what are you doing?
Yeah, I barely see them. So give me a minute. Reload, and I didn't open my character sheet. Oh, I know. I'm gonna Sleet Storm.
Oh, I hate
Don't
you.
we? I know.
20-foot tall, 40-foot radius suddenly.
So
Okay,
right
Mia, which
in
one were you shooting right as the sleet storm appears? And still Brammyr. Closest, okay. So can you draw the circle of your sleet storm? Because
Yeah,
it's 40-foot radius. I'm not fucking working that out.
yeah. Well, no, that's not. What's circle again? It's draw shape
Hold alt.
and alt. Okay. What's alt? Anyone?
Wait, what?
Can someone merge? Oh,
So the rest have to stand up after going prone. I'm doing my best with the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm gonna